Hey YouTube, and welcome to another video with myself, Microbox of X. And before I go into today's video as well, I'm going to probably share thoughts that many other videos I've done today, and it's been all over Twitter. It's a sad state of affairs when you know, the passing of somebody from the Xbox community actually stops the hate for a day and stops all the usual crap going on. But yeah, I woke up this morning and I knew that Xbox Addict had been taken ill over the weekend and was in hospital, and then I woke up this morning to find out that sadly he passed away. So yeah, it's been a really sad day for the Xbox community and gaming as a whole, not just the Xbox community. We've lost a real treasure from the gaming community, not just the Xbox community, and it's extremely sad. And like everybody else in the community, we've all shared our thoughts and you know, our condolences to his family. But yeah, what else can you say? A really sad day for everybody. Such an ambassador for Xbox, and he will certainly be missed on Twitter. You know, I've been tweeting back and forth with him for a long time. So yeah, no, it's a sad day, but yeah, so not the best way to start a video for. But you know, I wanted to get my thoughts out there on that because, as I say, I'm sure everybody else has done their little bit, and I know there's a Just Giving campaign as well, which I'll put down at the bottom in the comment section. So you know, please feel free to check out that, and if you want to donate a little bit of money towards the family, I'm sure that they will really appreciate it. So yeah, not a nice way to start a video, but there you go. So what I want to get onto and what I want to talk about today, you know, is a question I've been asking myself for a while now, and is you know, with the advent of PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X, have we become a generation of graphics snobs? There seems to be a big thing at the moment against sort of animation style games. Conker's Bad Fur Day being a prime example of this. You know, Super Lucky's Tale recently, Sea of Thieves. Have we expected too much from the modern generation, and are we expecting too much along the lines of photorealistic graphics or more realism in gaming? And I think it's quite sad that we have become that way, and when we look at these games, you know, which are still fun, we sort of dismiss them very quickly now because they're not up to a graphical standard of, say, things like Far Cry 5, God of War most recently. You know, there's a lot of great graphic games out there. I mean, Halo 5, Gears of War 4, you know, the graphics of these games are getting better and better. I mean, even recently with the patch for the Xbox One X for Resident Evil 7, you know, we are forgetting these styles of games that really got us into gaming in the first place, and it's not like this has happened, you know, this hasn't happened before. I remember when I had my 3DO many years ago, you know, we were all saying then, my god, these graphics are photorealistic, because at the time for us they were. You know, I mean, you had games like Streets of Rage, it's not not Streets of Rage, Road Rage. I was on the right, Road Rash, I got there in the end. Need for Speed, you know, you had Demolition Man. You had these great games that were coming out and with real photorealistic graphics, because that's what they were at the time. They were photorealistic. A lot of them captured actual video. Demolition Man actually had Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone filming extra bits for this game. So it's not like with the sort of the first time round for photorealistic graphics, but there was always a place for the sort of cartoony style games like Gex, you know, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. You know, there was always a place for these games, and Rare has always been at the forefront of these style of games. You know, the Banjo-Kazooie, Donkey Kong Country, they've always been there. Doing this great style of game. So I find it a little bit bizarre that people are questioning, you know, why Rare have done this game in the graphical style, which is what Rare specialises in. But I still think there is a place for them, and they are just as fun as they've ever been. And it's a little sad that we've got into the state of mind now where we've got these powerful machines, so we're expecting this sort of amazing graphics all the time. It's not always about texture, you know, not all about these amazing realistic textures. There's nothing wrong with games like Conker's Bad Fur Day, Sea of Thieves, Super Lucky's Tale. I mean, the remasters of Banjo-Kazooie are selling really well on the PlayStation 4. It's going to sell very well on the Xbox One. I've got no doubt in my mind at all. I'm going to be getting it. You know, it's a cartoony type game, but it's still fun. It's still addictive to play. It doesn't always have to be sort of Gears quality or God of War quality. That's not what makes people a gamer. You know, gamers. You know, whether they play these single-player adventures with these high-end graphics. Yes, we've got the machines that are capable for it now, but we can't expect every game to be like that. And if it is, then we're going to lose a genre of gaming, which is where it all started, and we don't want to lose that. They're extremely important to the gaming community, and we can't lose track of these great games. I mean, people still cry out for Conker. They want a new Conker game. You know, the fact that Bad Fur Day is now going on back compat on the Xbox One. You know, the visuals are amazing. I couldn't believe how good this game looked when I loaded it last night. It's incredible. I haven't seen any of the others. I need to go back and load them in as well. But you know, it stood the test of time with the way that the Xbox emulations worked. It just looks incredible, and it's still really playable. You know, even games like Rayman, you know, and the Oddworld games, you know, they're cartoony style, but there's a place for them. We've always had these photorealistic games, you know, every genre's had them, and each time we thought, my god, these graphics are so good. You know, we had the Shockwaves and the Sewer Sharks and the what was that, Death Trap, was it, or Man Trap? So terrible game, but it was photorealistic for us in those days. But as I said, you know, we still had a place for Banjo and Spyro and Rayman, and there was always a place for these games, and there should always be a place for these games. You can't crucify a game just because it hasn't got amazing graphics like Rise, Son of Rome. You know, there is. Oh, I'm losing my throat again. This cough and cold is coming back and killing me again. But no, I just wanted to get out there because I feel that we're just getting a little bit sort of snobby towards graphics now. Yes, we've got these amazing consoles, and we've got these amazing graphics and the potential, and there is a place for them. You know, but there is also a place for games like Conker, and we need to remember that, and we need to support these games, because it's where gaming started, and it's just because it's where it started doesn't mean we've got to forget it as a genre that, you know, it's still extremely popular on the Nintendo. You know, and not everybody wants a Nintendo because they like the more mature games as well. So why not have the best of both worlds on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4? It only seems to be aimed towards the Xbox One, to be honest with you, which is not surprising. But you know, the Xbox gets crucified for everything that comes to it, for some reason. I don't know why, but there you go. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I just think we're in a sort of this generation's strange. It really is. I mean, there's been so many things that have affected this generation, and I think have sometimes spoilt it a little bit. You know, one of the things I've made a video about in the past was party chat. It was a great feature, and you know, hats off to Microsoft for bringing it to the Xbox. But I do feel that it's taken away a little bit of the community side and the social side of Xbox, because most people are in party chats now. You know, I've done a video about that in the past, and I do think that's an issue. We're losing the social side because of party chat. You know, we're not meeting new people, etc., which I think is a problem. But yeah, anyway, you know, just a food for thought, something to think about. You know, there is a place for Conker, there is a place for Super Lucky's Tale, there is a place for Spyro, Banjo, and you know, there's a place for these games, and just remember that as gamers, it's where we started, and I think we should remember that and not lose track of that. Anyway, that's all I've got for you. So please like, subscribe, leave your comments below, hit the bell to get notified of when more croaky videos come up. And take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh,